when I read recently on the Cost Plus, which I'm super interested in that, but that was an email. That was all over email. So describe that a little bit.
So a guy named Dr. Alex Oshmayansky, I never get it right. He's a radiologist, and he also started a pharmacy because he was concerned about the price of medications. And he knew I was accessible via email and that this was an interest of mine. And so he emailed me with some ideas on using what was called a compounding pharmacy to try to reduce the price of things. And this was right when the Pharma Bro stuff was breaking 4+ years ago. And I was like, well, how would we do this? And if this one idiot can come in and just raise prices by 750%, that says to me there might be an opportunity to lower prices by 750%. And that's what really got the whole thing started. And so I was like, okay, I'll put up some money. Let's see where we can take this. And it was interesting because once you understand how the pharmaceutical industry works, it's not what you expect.
Okay.
And there's there's one certain types of company, pharmacy benefit manager, and the companies that they're now integrated with that are just trying to protect the turf.
Okay.
And in doing so, they left open a lot of holes because they're so big. When you run with the elephants, so there's the quick and the dead, right?
Yeah, right.
And so we had to be quick, but we had to go through this process of starting costplusdrugs.com and asking ourselves, will the manufacturers do business with us? And it literally took us 3+ years to get them to say yes.
Because they were afraid of the big guys, or
Partially,
because they didn't trust what you had?
All the above.
All the above.
Right.
Okay.
And that's why I put my name on it, because
you're like, I can help.
Yeah, I can help. And plus I wanted people to know that I was serious about it.
Yep.
And I also because I know that the big companies are going to attack us at some level. And so I don't want them to just dismiss us as CPD or Cost Plus Drugs, right? By putting my name is on it.
This.
Yeah.
Yep.
And my name and my money. And so I've made the investment, but it took 3+ years just to get to the point where on January 19th, we could announce and roll out costplusdrugs.com, and it's just exploded since. It's just been insane. Because the reality, with any company, you have to ask yourself, what's your goal?
Yep.
What's your mission? And we have a very simple mission: to be the low-cost provider of drugs. Period, end of story. We're not going to be the big full-service one where, we give you a lollipop.
Yep.
We're not going to have the fanciest doctors writing blog posts or, Zooming with you.
This is Cost Plus.
It's Cost Plus.
This is
right?
Cost Plus.
And so, in talking to Alex, it was like, okay, just give me some samples of what these manufacturers are going to charge us for drugs and what we could sell them for. And we started going through the numbers, and I was like, so wait, if we just mark this up 15%, and our drugs at 15% plus cost, then have a fulfillment partner like TruePill in this case, charge $3 and $5 for shipping, we can be 70, 80, 95% cheaper than people are paying for drugs with their copays.
Yep.
And he was like, yeah.
Without a copay.
Without a copay, without any insurance at all. And so, I was like, okay, we got to do this.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing more concerning, or few things more concerning than, knowing people or talking to people who can't afford their medication, or being in a pharmacy and seeing people upset because they have to make a choice between rent, food, and medicine. And that's just insane. And the door was open for us to walk through it. It took us a long time to get started, but now the growth has been incredible.
And what your hope is I go to the doctor, or Mackenzie goes to the doctor.
Hopefully you don't have to go to the doctor. It's just a checkup.
Yeah, exactly. Just as a checkup needs something, she can go to costplusdrugs.com instead of going to CVS, instead of being like, call in Dwayne Reed, blah, blah, blah. She can go right there, you ship it to her.
And you know what the price is going to be. And you know why the price is the price, because we show you our costs.
You're putting transparency.
Yeah, it's completely transparent. Because, the way pharmacy benefit managers work, their job historically has been, we'll work with insurance companies and hospitals and providers of healthcare services, and they'll contract with them and go out and negotiate the best price with manufacturers.
Okay.
At its base, that's great, right?
Sounds good.
Sounds really, really good. What they've evolved to is they're becoming like doormen at a hot club in New York.
Okay, then they're like...
Yeah, where they're like, okay, if you want to stay in this club, right, even though...
You're going to have to kick me some cash.
Yeah, you're going to have to kick me some cash back, right? Even though, if it's like a club, the liquor company may already sell to the restaurant or the bar, but in order to stay there... you're going to have to pay me, because these other people are willing to pay me more.
They're going to pay me more. Now, this is an entity that sits between the pharma company and where do they sit in the ecosystem? It's
a great question. So initially, they were just independent companies.
Okay.
And they did just like I said, they were the doorman. They negotiated the contracts. But what's happened then now is insurance companies have bought pharmacy benefit managers, and they've also bought the Dwayne Reeds of the world. They bought the big
so they're
retail
vertically
chain.
integrating
fully
everything.
Vertically integrated.
And they get the cut and the cut and the cut.
And they get paid multiple times.
Okay, got it.
And because they're vertically integrated, they can hold manufacturing companies hostage. And the crazy part is we give the drug companies a lot of grief because you look at the pricing of things.
Sure.
And you're saying they must be the ones raising the pricing, but they're not. They're not. They have to, so the pharmacy benefit managers then have them play an even worse game. They'll say, okay, drug manufacturer, I need you.
Like a Pfizer.
Yeah. I don't want to name names,
sure,
right?
Yeah,
because they're all little nuanced.
I'll just name the name marks.
Yeah,
okay.
there you go. And they'll say, I want you to set the retail price, even though your cost to me for a pill might be $1.
Okay, fine,
it might be $1. I want you to set the retail price at $1,000, because then if the retail price is $1,000 and we sell it for $500, it looks like we're giving everybody 50% off. Yeah, and everybody looks good, but their margins are 500%. And the manufacturer's like, look, if we could sell direct to consumer, which they can't, we would just sell it for $2. And so we came in and said,
I'm sorry, can I ask you a stupid question? Why can't they sell direct to consumer?
There's all kinds of laws and everything.
Legally?
Yeah, legally.
Okay.
They can't, And so we came in and said, we'll create our own pharmacy benefit manager.
Okay, got it.
And we'll sell direct to consumer.
Yep.
And we just need you, pharmaceutical manufacturer, to contract with us.
Sure.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And we launched, and we're already, we're not even, it'll be 2 months here next week. And we're already blown past our 2-year projection.
Yeah, that's insane. Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, and thank you. And the cool part about it is, it's word of mouth. We're not going to ever have to spend a penny on advertising because it's all word of mouth. Because the one thing people want to talk about is tell their friends and family, I just saved X amount of dollars on my medicine.
I'm so smart.
Yeah, and if you're sick, there's leukemia drugs that we sell that, depending on where you buy it, can be 95% cheaper. Like, their price might be as high as $10,000 via insurance companies, and our price is like $50.
Wow.
$47. But if you're, if you have leukemia and you were paying anywhere from $500 to $9,000, you're telling everybody else with leukemia, because you're going through chemo with them.
Sure.
You're in support groups on Facebook.
You're in a community.
That's exactly right. And so the community talks to each other. And the more they talk, the more, they're like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And so, and our pricing, as it turns out, is so low relative to what the insurance companies are doing that those prices are cheaper than the copays.
So you don't even need it, like it questions insurance.
Right. Now, some people can make the argument that you don't get to reduce your deductible.
Sure.
Which could, have an impact later on, depending on what happens. But at the same time.
But $2 versus $500.
Even if it's $2 versus $7.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if you're buying it every week or whatever the case may be. And so it's still going to save you money because it's lower than the copay.
Yep. It's so interesting because what's also so sick about it is that you're preying on people when they're sick. You know what I mean? Like that's what's so
sad.
Sick about it.
That's
which
what's
is
really, really sad.
It's not Mackenzie and her allergy medicine. You're talking about like your mom has cancer.
Yeah.
And your family's breaking
and even
their
Mackenzie
back.
with her allergy medicine, right? Because Mackenzie wants to go out and have a good time and be Mackenzie.
Yeah, Mackenzie's like, do I have my Saturday night or am I buying my allergy meds?
Right, because everybody knows Mackenzie's crazy. Right?
Everybody knows
right? She's going to go out and tear it up. And, that's the difference between having to buy, generic beer or getting a really good mojito.
That's right. What's your drink of choice in a bar, speaking of?
I'm a Bud Light guy.
Oh, you're a Bud Light guy.
Bud Light guy. Sometimes Miller Lite, and then if I'm drinking alcohol, which is rare, I'll do Tito's and soda.
Oh, okay. I like a Tito's and soda. Mackenzie, I learned last night, is a Moscow Mule girl.
Yes. I almost said Moscow Mule.
Really?
Yes,
yeah. It is my favorite.
She really loves it. She really loves it.
See?
It's go-to for sure. Yeah.
And if I save you money on your allergy medication.
Yeah, now she can buy 3.
Moscow Mules, right?
Exactly. Let's go, Mackenzie.
I
Mark
didn't realize
Cuban's
why
working for you.
Always, Mackenzie. That's what I live for.
Wait, so I'm just going to rat hole on this.
Sure.
But so what's going to be the counter reaction? So are they going to are they going to create exclusives like you can only get this leukemia drug if you
well,
go
they do
through?
that now.
That's already happening.
So, but we're working with the manufacturers so that won't happen.
Okay, got it.
Because the manufacturers look bad, like you were bringing up.
The brand reputation.
Right, yeah, it's awful, right? Because everybody thinks it's the manufacturers that are distorting the prices, and it's not. And so we're the ones saying, just like I'm saying now, right? We'll make you look good.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So instead of the perception of branded drugs or even generic drugs always going up in price, at Cost Plus, if our cost goes down,
your cost goes down.
Right. And so we've already lowered pricing on 4 drugs each of the last 2 weeks, and we'll continue to do that. And the other counter is that we only have like 115 drugs right now.
Okay.
But by the end of this, we should be adding 40, hopefully knock on wood, within the next 2 weeks, and by the end of the year, we should add we should have an additional 1,000.
Wow, that's awesome. But
so let me just say, go to costplusdrugs.com.
Yeah,
and the other thing to say is, go to costplusdrugs.com. If we don't happen to carry a drug that you use, sign up for an account anyways and tell us what drugs you want us to carry, because we use that information to go to manufacturers and say, look, we have X number of people already.
We've got demand for this product
already.
Yep.
Yeah.